Hello, welcome to another edition of Talking Sports and Fitness with Zeke. I'm Zeke, also known as Mike Zielinski. My guest today is Janice Luck, the Albright College women's basketball coach. Welcome, Janice.
Thank you.
You have quite the program, and I guess a play on word, it's based on luck, but not good fortune. It's based on your coaching and the program you built. But 3 straight years, you've had 20 wins, I believe, and 3 straight years you've been in a conference title game. You had an unbeaten season in the conference this year, 16-0. You wound up 23-6. So you must really load up your non-conference schedule, right? But it helps the guys, the girls evolve.
Yes. This past season we had a very tough schedule, playing some of the teams that were in the top 25 all throughout the season, and I think that just being where our program is helps us for potential postseason play and makes maybe some of the easier competition seem even easier. But it was a difficult schedule, and really no one else wants to play us, so we didn't have many choices, but pretty happy about it.
It was an outstanding season, but was there any, you lost the conference title game, the MAC Conference, because you suddenly had some turnover issues. And you did win the first round NCAAs.
Correct.
And then you lost the second round because you were getting killed inside, and I guess there was some foul trouble. Mm-hmm. And apparently you were not absolutely enchanted with the officiating in that game either, from what I read.
Yeah, no. I think in the third quarter the fouls were like 17-1. So it was something crazy.
Yeah.
But really it was my players and how they reacted to the officiating. And then there was, we did make a strong comeback in the second half, and I wasn't happy with the way my players reacted to the officiating is really how it turns. But there was a one call that they called a block instead of a charge, and it really
can change
killed the
momentum in a hurry.
Yeah,
absolutely. Mm-hmm. You made the Sweet 16 the year before, which is awesome. And so even though reaching the second round of NCAAs is quite an accomplishment, but the fact that you had the success the previous year, I guess it made the exit seem a little premature, right? Especially considering the circumstances.
It did. I was disappointed. I think we had, even though we had to travel to North Carolina for our first 2 rounds, I think we had a good path to advance past the Sweet 16, and we didn't take the opportunity and embrace it. We kind of, I think, had some players that maybe even assumed that we would just get to where we were the year before, and that wasn't the case. Yeah. So we really, the tournament time, you're playing the best of the best, no matter where you have to go. So it was disappointing to lose in the conference championship and then lose earlier than we did the year before in the tournament.
But hopefully that experience, because you do have some key players coming back, that they'll know better next time. Tell us about some of your players. One of them, I guess Alysha Lofton. Mm-hmm. She was an All-American honorable mention and also All-MAC Commonwealth Conference first team selection. She had 13 double-doubles and 21 double-digit scoring games. So, and she wasn't even your leading scorer, right? Nina Mazzarelli, your top 3-point shooter.
That's correct.
Now she's graduating, Nina?
No, they're both returning.
Oh, they're both back.
We're losing Shannon Thomas as a
she
starter.
She was a
4-year starter.
Yeah. And she was a force underneath, I believe.
She played on the wing. And she was a 1,000-point scorer. Holds the record for most 3-pointers made in a game, and it's a big loss for us. But we do fortunately have 4 returning starters that will all be seniors. And 2 of them are 2 leading scorers, and the others are point guard, and the other is a post inside. So. Everyone says you have 4 returning starters, you should do better, so I hope they're right. But we're very lucky and fortunate to have Nina and Alysha back. Alysha is a mismatch problem for a lot of opponents. And
how so?
She can play the guard, she can play any position on the floor. She's so athletic. She came to us from Division II program at Westchester University, and wasn't happy there, transferred in her sophomore year here. And her athleticism it's unmatched anywhere in the conference. And that was evident in our first game against Messiah at Messiah this season. She put up 31 points, and I think he rolled out the entire bench to try and stop her. So she's, if she wants to turn it on, she can really turn it on. She's our best defender, best rebounder, best scorer.
You're talking about a coach's delight, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. And she's a good kid, too. So.
Yeah. I guess it's a little easy. Well, it's always a challenge to recruit, but considering the success of your program, that has to help you on the recruiting trail.
It does. This year was a little rough just because we have so many returning key players, and to get that next top player, they want to come in and play right away. So it's been a little difficult, but we've gotten some good kids. We have local talent coming in. We got the point guard Ali Marcus from Boyertown, so we're excited about that.
And they won a state championship.
Yeah. So hopefully keep that winning attitude for the next 4 years while she's there. But it's the easiest part is people know your name. They've been in the paper, or you've been online, and you've been in the tournament, you've been in the top 25. When I make that first phone call, a recruit knows the name of your school and everything about you. So it definitely helps you get your foot in the door.
Now, you are Albright, almost born and bred. You've been the coach 15 years. You've played field hockey and basketball, star player at Albright. Was this a lifelong dream for you once you played at Albright to coach there someday?
No, I mean, I wish I could say that was the fairy tale and it all came true. But now I was a psych business major, and I really, like most college kids, had no clue what I wanted to do. When I first graduated, I helped coach at Albright and just kill time looking for jobs, and actually worked in Reading at CNA doing some customer service for car insurance. So tried a little bit of everything. That
sounds like a lot of fun, right?
Oh, it pushed me right into coaching. So, and then after that, it's just kind of where the chips fell for me. And now, when looking back, I think that everything happened the way it should have, and I was in the right place at the right time. And I wake up every morning, love my job, and love where I work. So very fortunate. What
a wonderful thing to have. How has the women's game evolved since your playing days and all these years you've been coaching?
Yeah, a lot more athleticism, a lot more talent. Kids are starting at a younger age. They're specializing now in sports. Where I played 3 sports in high school, and
I still think this is ideal, but it's not always realistic anymore.
Right. Yeah. I do too. It just is what it is. So you're hopefully getting better talent. They're starting. They have coaches. They're playing AAU.
So they have better skills coming in too.
For the most part, yeah. And then the game itself, the women's game, they've changed the rules after the past couple years. So we play 4 quarters. That's different.
Yeah, I know. And why was that?
It came down mostly from Division I coaches, but it was a membership wide vote, and they changed it because the WNBA has 4 quarters and the foreign game has 4 quarters, and I guess a lot of Division I players wanted to get used to that type of play.
I wonder if men's basketball in college will ever go to 4 quarters.
I wonder the same thing. I don't know. They've changed their shot clock and different things, so I don't know. I'm accustomed to it now, and I like it.
Well, it gives you more time to talk to them in between quarters.
Yeah, and it breaks up the game a little bit. Now the thought of playing 20 minutes straight with strategically seems like a lot. I like the 10. You get an extra timeout kind of situation to talk to your kids, and it breaks up the game a little bit.
Well, at D3, though, you don't have the advantage of all those television timeouts because the one thing that frustrates, and I love watching basketball, but sometimes you're just watching people stand around because it's a TV commercial,
Right. We do have the TV timeouts in the NCAA tournament because they have their webcast times. They're doing ads, but when we have those games, it feels like I'm seeing the kids every minute of play. We have so much time to talk. It's almost too much, but it's good that time of year because their legs are tired. It's been a long season, and they get a little extra break. So it plays to our advantage.
When you're looking at a recruit, what are you looking at, basketball-wise? Obviously, you're looking for character, someone fits in with the chemistry, but you like athleticism and
athleticism has seemed to get us where we are today. Khaleesi Harris a few years ago was an All-American for us. She's our I think 2nd leading scorer in school history, leading rebounder. She had over 1,500 points and 1,000 rebounds. And she was very athletic, and I think that kind of, brought our team to another level. Alysha Lofton, extremely athletic, and you just need that one player at this level to really make a difference. And so I'm always looking for that. You're always looking for height,
but so is everybody else too, looking for that and height.
Yeah. Right now, the way I'm approaching it is, each year it's a little different for me. It is position based. I don't just go out and get the best players and see what I can make of it. My point guard's going to be a senior, so Ali Marcus fits well. I have a senior post player. My other freshman is a post player, 6'1" post player. So
you recruit for need.
Yes.
I guess there's two schools of thoughts in that. Sometimes they say take the best athlete if you can get them.
Yeah.
And figure it out.
Yeah, and if someone who's really athletic wants to come, I'm not going to tell them no. But I think it's you have to make sure you have all the pieces to the puzzle. And if you've got two pieces that fit the same, then you make it work, and you just have a deeper bench. We'll make that work, but got to make sure that they do fit in, like you said. And I want good kids, and I do really believe in the Division III philosophy, being that that's what I came up from. Doing well in school. My kids are super involved on campus. They're RAs, they're orientation leaders, they're mentors, they do everything. So I want kids that are going to be active and would fit in at Albright even if they didn't play basketball.
Yeah, I think the D3 level is what college sports were meant to be before big money distorted it. Yeah.
Yeah, I do. I like the fact that kids come to play and get a degree.
And you get them for 4 years.
Yeah, 4 years, and they live for it. It is, even though it's Division III, it is why they came. They were recruited. They've been playing basketball their whole life, and that's what they want to do. And they want the big show, even though we're not Division I. So we try and make it as best we can, and having a good team. And when we go to the NCAA tournament, it's just like the women's NCAA tournament for Division I. You get all the perks and everything, and it's a great experience.
What do you like best about your job?
I love seeing the kids grow up. So when freshmen come in, we start our every practice in a circle, and every day one person is in charge of getting practice started, and they either say a quote or something positive. And when they come in as freshmen, they're real quiet. Hope we have good practice today, And by the time they're seniors, they're bringing quotes and telling people how we're going to do in our next game, and they can look people in the eye when they're talking to them. And just to see them mature and grow up and graduate is awesome. And I love seeing that and keep in touch with them as alums as they grow up.
I was going to ask you, you do keep in touch with them for the most part?
Yeah, we have a really strong alumni base since I've been there. The kids, the girls, they're not kids anymore. They've married and have kids and their own families, but they come back, they play if they can. I have them introduce themselves and what their industry they work in, and the girls tell their major, so you have that networking and connection. And
maybe someday, if you're still coaching long enough, you'll coach one of their children, one of their daughters.
It's starting to sneak up on me, which makes me feel pretty old, but it's hopefully to my advantage. Hopefully I start getting some really good recruits, because I've had some really nice players come through, and I'd love to have their children play for me too.
Do you still play basketball at all? Just
I do. I have a 6-year-old daughter. I tend to school her in the driveway, but no, occasionally I play at work. There's a group that plays on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and as my schedule allows, I'm pretty busy, but as I do, and play, recreationally in the summer when I can at the beach. So.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Janice Luck, you certainly haven't needed luck. You just needed hard work, right?
Yeah, it's a long road, but it's definitely pays off.
Well, you have to be very proud of your program, and it sounds like you're going to be loaded next year, not to put any pressure on. But we'll have to have you back after next season and just recap that. And congratulations on a wonderful program and for making a difference in young people's lives, which transcend basketball, right?
Yep, thank you.
All right, Janice Luck, and for now this is Zeke saying goodbye. Don't forget to subscribe to us on Facebook and watch us on, subscribe to the People's Chronicles channel on YouTube and like us on Facebook. I'll get that straight someday. For now, take care.
These community stories are made possible in part by BCTV, Susie Ray Design, Queen City Family Restaurant, Lamar Advertising, Heidelberg Family Restaurant, Reading Air, Lions and Hole, Peanut Bar, and Kutztown University.